And welcome again, dear friends, to the Wednesday edition of Fresh Bread. Well, here it is now. It is Wednesday, December 29th, 2021. We're bearing in on New Year's Day of 2022. It's right around the corner. Hey, I hope you're having a good week. We've been talking this week a little bit about this parable of the different kinds of soil that is recorded in Matthew chapter 13. So we know that Jesus was talking about 4 different kinds of soil. There was the soil that was on a well-worn path. There was the soil that was in shallow soil that had kind of just a gravelly surface. There was the soil that had a lot of thistles and thorns and overgrowth. And then there was the good soil. So you had 4 kinds of soil. And it's interesting how those different kinds of soils really do reflect people, isn't it? And so today I want to finish up what Jesus is explaining this to his disciples. He's telling them, you have the eyes and the ears to understand this. That's a gift from God. A lot of people don't have that gift, but you've got it, and you got to utilize it and put it into practice. So Jesus now is telling them this meaning of this story. So let's continue in Matthew 13. I'm reading again from the Message. Study this story of the farmer planting seed. When anyone hears news of the kingdom and doesn't take it in, it just remains on the surface, and so the evil one comes along and plucks it right out of that person's heart. This is the seed the farmer scatters on the road. The seed cast in the gravel. This is the person who hears and instantly responds with enthusiasm, but there's no soil of character, and so when the emotions wear off and some difficulty arrives, there is nothing to show for it. The seed cast in the weeds is the person who hears the kingdom of news, but weeds of worry and illusions about getting more and wanting everything under the sun strangle what was heard, and nothing comes of it. The seed cast on good earth is the person who hears and takes in the news, and then produces a harvest beyond his wildest dreams. I've often wondered about that parable, not so much what it means. I think it's pretty obvious what it means, but how do I fit in there? Where am I? Which kind of soil do I represent out of that whole story? And I pray that I'm the good soil, but there are times where I'm sure it's a little bit of all the others as well, where I am sort of that well-worn path where the seed just sort of bounces off of it. It just doesn't stay, doesn't go into the soil and actually produce any type of a plant, any type of a harvest. And then there's the one where it's real shallow and the plant just sprouts right up and, oh, look at this, and all of a sudden it's gone. The first time any difficulties come or any time there's heat, it just withers and goes away. And then there's the ones where there's all the other concerns of everything going on around us, and then it just sort of chokes it off and it strangles the roots, and that seed is of virtually no use. And then there's the good soil where it's receptive. The soil is able to receive what God has given and do something with it so that God is going to have his purposes fulfilled. He does that through us. There's no other way. It's going to be through us that he's going to work. And you go, well, he can't work through me. I'm not good enough. Well, he will work through you if you let him. But we just have to give him that opportunity. Hey, we'll be back for more Fresh Bread tomorrow on Thursday. Until then, God bless you and have a wonderful Wednesday.